Welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I will be doing a live trading session, live analysis and live discussion that we do Monday to Friday. Now today is the last day of trading week. Very important day. As you know that the first day and last day is very important because these are the days when most traders open position and close positions. So when there is an opening and closing, there is always a volatility in the market. So this is a pre-London session live, and there is a London session and again New York session coming up. I will be on live on New York session also. So this session is quite important because you will find a direction in the market from this session. And in this stock use session, if we find any trade coming up in the market, definitely we will jump on a trade. And so let's begin with today's hot pairs. Now before I begin this session, guys, make sure you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel, please, if you haven't done yet. When you like this stream reach to more people, that really helps me as a trader and also motivate me to create more content for you and for myself as well. So what do we see that what I'm looking at? First of all, as usual, I was looking at gold. Now gold, I'll do a full multi-time frame analysis and then I'll explain what is my idea on gold so that we can share our own thought and opinion about gold. Now first of all, monthly, to see how the gold market is doing. Now from the monthly perspective, we have seen that back to back 3 months gold was in a strong bullish move. Now when you see a market creates a strong bullish move or bearish move, at some point you can expect this market to come for a retracement because the market will never moves in one direction. This is the first thing as a trader we need to understand. So once we see that this market, after creating the previous markets overextended condition, we have seen that the gold started to drop to the downside. Now let's take our Fibonacci from starting. So how do you do that if you're a complete beginner? So to understand the Fibonacci level, this is the Fibonacci level symbol in trading view, could be in any platform. Most of the platform use the same symbol for Fibonacci retracement. And if you have any question about Fibonacci retracement, let me know in the chat. I will explain more. So take your Fibonacci, click here, and this is the impulse, right? So take starting of the impulse, place and the end of the impulse, and you will see all the Fibonacci level. One is here 38.2% Fibonacci level, and from that level we have seen that gold has a bounce to the upside. There is another one at 50%, which is a very common Fibonacci level, and there is one 61.8% Fibonacci level, which is considered as the golden ratio of Fibonacci. So what we see that after coming to 38.2% Fibonacci level, we have seen a bounce to the upside in the past week and this week, as you have seen. Now what happened is that gold now approaching 50% Fibonacci level around 1790, 1789 zone, which is also a very important level in terms of monthly 20 period moving average also very important. And also you see that this is the previous support zone here, and that level is quite significant because also this is also a zone where this bullish engulfers high available in that zone. So from monthly perspective, I see that gold is still higher probability to continue to drop. And now looking at weekly perspective, now from the weekly previous week, guys, we have seen that there is a weekly bearish candle. Now that candle has a healthy body at the top and also healthy long wick at the bottom. Now when you see a candle like that in a falling market, in most cases, I have a separate video on YouTube channel also, guys and girls, to understand this kind of movement in the market. You can watch that video. If you're subscribed, go to the playlist, you can find it. You'll see that in majority of the case, you'll see this wick is being filled, and we saw that gold has dropped. Now at this point, gold has broken the previous weekly low, which is 1890, 1820 level. Now slowly going up for a lower time frame retracement. Now at the same time, what I see that this zone, that 50% Fibonacci level, is where 1800 zone on gold, 1800 to 700, 1790 level is very, very important, because you see this is the weekly candle, a weekly opening and close, and doji and doji and doji, and then big move. So this level is high liquidity. I will explain later again about the liquidity. So liquidity is where you can say, let's say if you consider this price as a magnet, and this is, pardon me, it's a metal, liquidity is a magnet. So what will happen whenever you see a liquidity zone, the price is dropping, you see the price will go ahead and test that level before creating any other movement. So with that in mind, on the weekly perspective, there is a very high probability for gold to continue to drop. Now if I look at the daily so far today, now daily chart is very, very eye-catching, because with this there is a double, there is a head and shoulder here, and then gold has broken down on the daily from this resistance level with this big impulse, and then the price has gone up to test this support as a resistance here, you can see on the daily, which is very clear. And with that retest of this support here as a resistance, it confirms a change of trend. Now at the same time, I'm answering a question from some of you guys many times ask me about that, coach, how do I know if a trend is changed? Now keep in mind that always when you want to understand a change of trend, you need to understand how the reversal happened. So if you see, let's say, a double top, head and shoulder, any kind of pattern, let me fully tell you how the trend changed first. Let's say a market is moving in an uptrending market, creating series of higher high and higher low, right? Now this is an uptrending market structure, higher high and higher low. Now a trend will never move in one direction. At some point you will see that the bulls will get tired or bears will get tired, they will give up, and the trend will change. The trend never moves like that. Okay, what it does, it form a reversal pattern. So reversal pattern could be a double top. So it's basically the, let's say, when you see an impulse correction, when it tries to create another impulse to the upside, if it fails, the bulls fail to do that, then they create this double top. Instead of creating a higher high, it normally creates double top or a head and shoulder, or a top that is lower than this and then breaks down. That's the structure. Now creating a double top is not the guaranteed the change of trend. The change of trend happens when you see that basically the price again needs to go up, test the neckline of the reversal pattern, support as a resistance, because this is where the smart money buys and sells. So this was a buyer for the smart money, has broken down, tested as a resistance, means that the same demand zone now acting as a supply zone. And when it acts as a supply zone, this is where new change of trend or new trend begin from uptrend to the downtrend. That's how the trend moves. So if you look at this one here, gold, this is what happened, that gold has created head and shoulder here. So if you closely look at it, you can see this head and shoulder, and then breakdown from this is the neckline of that head and shoulder, tested as a resistance with this daily candle and closed as a bearish engulfer. Now this is the starting of this channel on the daily. Now the price moving along this zone, what we can expect at this point, let's draw this channel here, that this price to respect this resistance level and then to continue to drop. Now if I look at the 4-hour, we see that basically the price is moving along this line. What I'm expecting on gold, guys and girls, is to now you see that it's creating series of lower high along this resistance zone. So whenever the bulls creating a long wick candle, especially in this zone, we see that gold is reverting back. Now with this impulse to the upside, again we can find another selling opportunity on gold. And what I think that finally highly likely that gold will come back to this 1790 or 1800 level. That can give us potential selling opportunity. We had a trade on gold yesterday and we closed it with profit, not full profit, with little profit because of the volatility in the news. You have seen that. Now I'm waiting for another entry on gold. I just need to see the market again overextended to the upside, then I'll be selling. So for me so far gold is bearish. Now let me know your idea as well. I want to know what you think about gold so that we can move on. Thank you very much. Ragesh, thank you. Ragesh, good morning, thank you. And also guys, use the live chat if you have any question. I hope that live chat is working. I see only a couple of people. So let me know in the chat if you can see me on the live chat, guys. Can you let me know in the chat, please? Because I see the live chat is not visible in my zone yet. I want to know that, guys, you can see me in the live chat. Because sometimes this happens. No problems. Vish, amazing. Amazing, Bish. Very good. This is now you made profit for your own credit. This is your own credit. Okay, you did a good job. You made profit. My job is just to give the education. See, to make profit you need to take the right action, and you took the right action. It's what you are a good trader. That's why you made profit. Look, we need to keep a good outlook about ourselves as a trader. Sometimes I see that, you know, some of you or many traders think that I'm not good enough, I'm not a good trader. Please think yourself that you are a good trader, because the way you look at yourself, you will be reflected. That's very important that, you know, you understand it. I know that every one of you have a very good talent as a trader. Everyone, you know, anyone can be a trader. Trading, the best thing in trading is that, see, to become, let's say, an engineer, someone needs a degree. To become a doctor, someone needs a degree. But to become a trader, okay, you don't need anything. No matter what you are, no matter your educational background, no matter your cultural background, no matter your where you are, what you do, the only thing that one need to become a trader is the right trading psychology and overcoming the fear. Okay, trust me, fear. The first day that I started trading and today, or the first year, first month and today, the difference is the fear. Okay, see, trading is just a pattern that you need to understand. With little education, with little help, you can become a good trader. So the only thing that you need to overcome is the fear and greed. So greed is a bit easier than the fear. Fear is very difficult sometimes to overcome. You know, what is in fact a fear? Can anybody let me know what is in fact a fear in the chat? Thank you for being here. All my calls were for sell. Thank you, Vish. Awesome. Hi, good morning. Thank you. Yes, I can see you. Thank you. So thank you very much, Vish. Amazing. Since last 3 weeks, I made consistent profit, 98% winning. Very good, Vish. Very good. Thank you for that. That's what I want every trader to be a good trader. Do you see bounce of NAS of the MA200 on 4 hour? So Nasdaq MA200 4 hour, let me look at it. Okay, Nasdaq. So I see the MA200. You mean MA20 or 200? So if I put 200 MA, because in my chart normally I put another MA for 200. Which one is this one? Bounce off that you are saying, okay. This is daily. See a rejection. Let me look at the weekly. Okay, there is a probability for Nasdaq to have a bouncy. Ron, you asked that if I see that Nasdaq is bouncing off MA200. Now there is a probability, but what I see from the price action perspective that Nasdaq is in a very crucial monthly level of support. Okay, now we can align this monthly level of support with 200 EMA. I use EMA, I think you mean EMA. Okay, so this is the weekly support, daily support. We have seen already a bounce. Now if I look at the 4 hour, yeah, it is a very high probability to have a bounce from EMA 200 on the 4 hour, because it is aligning with this monthly and weekly level of support. And yeah, this is what I normally do. I think that you also doing the right thing, that always aligning with higher confluence with the price action with indicator. So basically 200 MA, let me delete that because I normally keep only 20, but I look at this also sometime. So you see that from this support, yeah, there is a high probability for Nasdaq to have a bounce off, because you see this point here on Nasdaq. This is the support here with this big long wick candle. Now we have seen already there is a bounce from this zone, and coming down to this level, to this zone, can give us another opportunity to buy Nasdaq. Okay, thank you very much. Rams, where can I leave my job and start with a new career in gold trading? Rams, well, I will not advise you to leave your job, because to be honest, I can't tell you to leave your job and do gold trading. But what I would suggest is to leave a job, you need to understand your expectation from trading. Okay, it is to have it is too good to have a dream to leave a job. This is what I had and I did it, but you need to follow the right pathway to leave a job. For example, if you become, let's say you leave a job without being a consistently profitable trader, that could bring a little bit of difficulty in your life. That's what I think. That so what I would recommend, if anyone wanting to, let's say, leave a job, first keep the job, and then you can make money even from trading with a job. That's the best part in trading. as a swing trader, if you are trading swing, even if you are trading day trading or even couple of hours, still you can do a job. Now if it is a hard for you, let's say full-time job, very long hours, still you can do swing trading with full spectrum, because 4-hour candle close, even if you are, let's say, you can go to, when you are experienced, let's say in London session, in New York session, based on your time zone, you can sit for an hour on your PC or on your mobile phone, but I recommend to use the PC rather than mobile phone, analyze the chart and then place the trade and then forget it. So until you, let's say, profitable, until you have enough money, I will not recommend to leave the job. But to leave the job, you need consistent income, and also you need to have a capital that you can back up your expenses. But at the same time, you know that everyone is different. Now there could be your situation that you don't have, even if you leave the job, probably you have not any, what I can say, you don't have big, you have a support from your family or you don't have a big responsibility. In that case, yeah, you can think of, but everyone's circumstance is different. But overall, I'll say that to leave a job, you must be first consistently profitable trader, and you have to have a capital behind it. Yeah, Freshit Fear, yeah, my comments getting vanished. How TechWiki your comment is getting vanished? Let me know. Then how do you see this comment here? Try write again, probably could be didn't come here. I use simple moving average. Okay, yeah, that's almost the same thing. We should use EMA. Yeah. I'm long on 4 hour. So which pair you are long on 4 hour? Learning is important. Yeah, yeah, that's what I recommend. You can keep as a passive income, and then once you, let's say, grow your account, you have enough confidence, you gain the proper skill, then you can leave the job. That's what I recommend. Hi coach, hope you are strong. Very good, thank you very much, Islam. I'm very strong, thank you very much. I hope that you are also strong. You're welcome to the live streaming. So from which country you belong? I live in Sydney, Australia. This live streaming is from Sydney, Australia. I have no idea why your comment is getting vanished. GJ 4 hour. I don't see your comment, TechWiki. I don't know why. I see only this comment. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Awesome. Okay, let's look at now. Okay guys, which one you are trading in the meantime? Let me know so that I can move on with this one. Okay, about the fear. See, trading psychology is a big part of trading. So before I move on to the next pair, let me quickly give an idea about how I tackle fear. Now fear is a normal part of human nature, because let me explain my understanding about fear in a fundamental level that might really help you, or if you have any idea you can also share with me. So fear is basically what it comes, let's go to the fundamental level. Now we have a brain. Now our middle brain, the amygdala, this middle part of our brain is the responsible for fear, all kind of things that we have. Now this middle brain is basically operates by emotion, right? And if fear is a kind of emotion. Now what is an emotion? Emotion is the energy. Okay, let me give you a fully fundamental explanation so that you know how I overcome fear and how I tackle it. As a human being, okay, if we go to the completely in a fundamental level, what we see that we are basically the energy, right? Let's say if we are broken down into very fundamental level, then we turn into some energy, right? So this energy is what fear is. Now, how does it work? There is a universal law. There are 7 universal laws. One of these is called the law of vibration. So how does fear work is that in the fundamental level, in the quantum level, we have energy, right? Now, once our brain, let's say, sends signal to the body that there is a danger, then the energetic vibration that we have inside our body, that we are in fact energy. If you go to the quantum level, we are energy. Now this energy has always in a certain kind of vibration. Okay, so the law of vibration says that we are constant in any kind of vibration. Now when the brain sends a signal to the body that there is a kind of threat or any kind of danger, then the energy vibrate with a frequency which is a bit lower than the normal, and that is where we experience that fear. Okay, now then how can you overcome that fear? Until your brain send a signal that it's okay, no problem, all good, we still experience the fear. So then why the brain send that fear, the signal to the body that there is something scary? Because the job of the brain is to keep us safe. Okay, keep in mind our middle brain is from very long time it's developed. Its job is to keep us safe. So in spiritual level it says this ego is basically the brain, you can say, or the mind is called the ego. So the job of the ego is to keep us safe, right? No matter what, either you winning the trade or losing the trade, or making money or losing money, ego doesn't care. Ego only care about to keep you in a protected safe, because the first thing is your life. You need to be safe, you need to feel safe, you need to feel secure, and the money comes later. That's why brain doesn't care about either we are losing or winning. Brain only wants us to keep safe. Now when the brain thinks that there is something wrong, there is something, we are in any kind of danger or anything like that, then the brain send a signal to the body, and the energetic vibration turn into a frequency where which is lower than the normal level, then we experience fear. So the only way you can keep that energetic vibration is high, okay, as according to the law of vibration, because when your energetic vibration is high, you started to bring a lot of things in your life that you even haven't imagined. So then how can you increase that energetic vibration so that you can get rid of fear and create better life, take good trades, overcome the difficulty in trading? Is by convincing the brain that it's okay, there is no fear, no problem, there's no threat out there, everything's fine. But the middle brain cannot understand the language, it only operates in emotion. The only way the brain can feel safe is when you give it some kind of experience. For example, let's say you are on a certain height and you need to jump from that height, right? So you feel like that it's too low, I might break my leg if I jump from there, right? But let's say you become brave one, you say that okay, I'm gonna try a jump from here, and you give one jump and you saw that nothing happened, right? Go to the next time to the same level. This time you'll almost feel less than 50% fear. Let's say if I made a scale, let's say if before your fear level was 10, this time you will feel 3 just for one jump. You feel from 10 to 3. Why? Because first time your brain, when you did something first time, your brain said that okay, if you jump from here, you might get a heart, it's risk for you. So it generates signal to the body that there is something wrong, there's some danger, and your energetic vibration become lower. But next time your brain knows that okay, it's okay, there's nothing wrong here, it's achievable, and your energetic vibration become stronger, higher, and you feel better, and you are not feeling fear, and you give it easily. So when you keep repeating that same thing, at some point even you feel motivated to do that. Instead of fear, you feel your energy will vibrate in a higher frequency, and you feel like okay, I give one jump, now I'm gonna give 3 jumps, I'm gonna give 10 jumps, and then I'm gonna go to a competition where I'm gonna increase my height because I can do better, right? I increase my height, and then you start keep repeating that, you increase your skill, and you become a good athlete, right? That's how the brain works. So to convince the brain that there is nothing wrong, there is no danger, is only by giving it what is you fear. That means that what you fear, give more of exposure to it. How do you do that? Proper risk management, and take a lot of trades with proper risk management without losing money, or even a demo account, or even a very smaller account. Take trades so that your brain have experience. The only thing that you need to make sure that you are not going to the dead end where you lose everything, you don't have any capital to give your experience a brain. If you are even lose very, very small, give a lot of experience and stick to the game. I'm sure that every one of you in this trading community have enormous talent as a trader. When you see and wise man, what I can say, the Marcus Aurelius, he's Roman emperor, Stoic philosopher, he said that what is on the way becomes the way. So let the way reveal by itself. Just keep faith, keep trading, and you see that what is on the way becomes the way. So hopefully that you understood how I overcome fear. I still fear. Fear is a part of game, but you become courageous and courageous and courageous and courageous, and you become stronger and stronger, and you become a good trader. Okay, see, as a trader from my side, the only thing I can do is teach you a strategy. But if you still internally not prepared for it, you cannot implement the strategy, because it's not all about the strategy, it's about who is implementing the strategy. The same strategy can work for different people in a different way. A sports car, a racing car, for me is a normal car, but for a racer, it's a car that can win. So it's not the car, is the racer. So it's not the strategy all about, it's also about you. So you need to internally rewire your brain so that you can become a trader. I know that your time is important, you're spending your time giving your energy, so I want you really truly become a profitable trader, and I'm sure that you will be. So let's now go back to some of the pairs that we are trading, looking at okay. So let's first look at the news calendar today. Looking at Forex Factory calendar. Okay, what we see that there is a news coming up today as well, exactly in the same time in our New York session, core PPEC price index, PC price index, which is also actual forecast. Okay, so the expected is 0.4%, which is very near the previous one. So yeah, that this news also will move the market. Okay, now if I look at, so first let me look at the DXY. Okay guys, so what I see that DXY, because DXY will give us a bit more clearer picture of other USD pairs. So from DXY perspective, this is daily chart. If I look at the 4-hour, what I see that basically DXY is bullish here. Okay, we see that after grabbing significant liquidity from the support, created this move, dodgy, another move. So basically it is in fact still in a bullish move. Now for this movement, okay, we see an impulse correction, impulse. Now it is in correction phase. What I think that DXY, highly likely that it might come back to this support zone again, okay, around this dodgy level, and then we might find again another bullish trading opportunity. So the last day of trading week we saw a doji. Now this doji is also a continuation pattern, because we saw that this is the impulse started. It's still in an uptrending market structure. Okay, so weekly and monthly we see that DXY is still high probability that will continue to grow. Now this is the monthly candle. Pardon me guys. From the monthly we see that there is a good liquidity gap on the monthly on DXY, created this big move to the upside. Looking at weekly, we see that the previous week there was a big middleman here. Okay, now with that middleman, this week starting of this move, we see that basically the price is pushing high. If you look at the daily, we see that basically from the daily as well, DXY starting with this doji and then big bullish candle, now middleman. What I think that we'll see another bullish move on this one. So basically from the daily, the price action is significantly bullish. And if I look at this here, what I see that basically this is the resistance level, which is highly likely. You can see this is the daily chart, this is the support here, turning resistance here, and around 105.34 should be reached on DXY. So from the 4-hour, okay, and this could, let's delete all of them. Okay, so break of this support to the downside on the 4-hour, probably touching this 20 EMA, and then closing back above can give us buying opportunity on DXY to this level. So DXY for me is bullish. So that means that still all the USD pairs including euro dollar, GBP USD and gold, we can still see bearish move. Now if I look at the euro, let's look at AUD USD with that respect. Now AUD USD, you can see that this market structure on AUD USD is also bearish. We see that this channel, it has created a channel that is okay. Now the reason I have drawn this channel, what I think that this is AUD USD 4-hour chart. We have seen already DXY there is a probability to drop and then to have a bullish move. So AUD USD break of this resistance zone, especially on this 20 EMA from the intraday time frame, and then closing back below could be a very good probability to sell AUD USD. And this is there is a probability for forming a bearish candle, and from this zone we could find selling opportunity on AUD USD. Now as you can see, back to back 2 times there is rejection from the bottom, means that we might see now a break to the upside. Okay, in the upcoming news or before that news, if we see that AUD USD has broken out and then closed back below, can give us probability for drop on AUD USD. So AUD USD bearish. Now we can say that euro dollar in the similar way bearish. You can see euro dollar on the 4-hour perspective also moving along this channel. Now we see that there is a consolidation here. You can see that. So when you see this kind of consolidation, what is likely to happen is the price to go ahead, go up to test this zone and then to close back below. Okay, so euro dollar also highly likely that is likely to be bearish. So AUD USD, euro dollar, all the USD pairs after breaking high we can expect to drop. Okay, morning. Dollar yen absolutely. Wish, thank you, Wish. Thank you very much. You have a nice day too. Can you see your background theme setting? So what do you mean by can you see your background theme settings? Can you explain? So good morning. At the time of results announcement, the volatility in the market is high. Is it right to take trade at the time? How to decide going for buy or sell? Sometimes reversed. Yeah, I understand, VV channel. So your question is, good morning. At the time of results announcement, the volatility in the market is high. Okay, so you mean that the news announcement. Is it right to take the trade at the time? How to decide going for buy or sell? Sometimes reversed. Okay, so at the time, like all of a sudden when the news is released, it's not a good idea to open a trade. Sometimes I opened when I am very confident with a bigger stop loss, but after news released, okay, let's say news released 10-15 minutes past, the market a little bit settled. When we see, let's say on the lower time frame, there is a, let's say on the 15 minutes or 5 minutes, there is a double top, double bottom in a very important zone. Yeah, I think that in that case can be open, but with proper risk management. Why? Because let me explain that what I said. Let's say some candles, this one is a news candle. There are quite a few candles you can find here that are this one. This doji also is a news candle. Okay, you see this doji on the gold is a news candle. So this doji in fact is a very good trade, isn't it? It's a news candle. It's a very good trade. Now if you go to the 5 minutes to see what happened at the top of the doji, you'll see that in that zone, okay, there is quite a few ups and down. Okay, now we saw that there is a double top formation here. If you look at the 15 minutes also, you see that basically there's a double top formation. Okay, so even the 1 hour in the same way, you can see price action that will give you a sell signal. Okay, so that's why at the time of news, because the spread also become very big. As soon as the news is released, the spread widens. That sometime, may cause you unnecessarily go out of the trade. This is the first thing. Another thing that I strongly recommend, believe, is that not to enter a trade without proper risk management, especially during the news. Sometime, I used to do also. For example, let's say you are in a very hurry and you feel like, okay, I'm gonna sell 0.2 lot or 2 lot, and then I will put a stop loss and take profit after I calculate all of them. And without, let's say you didn't put the stop loss, you didn't put the take profit target, you just open a trade, and then later you will do the risk management. And in that time period, if you do it in the news, what if the trade suddenly go with a big blow? That's a very risky trade. So that's why using a computer based risk management software is always good idea to open a trade. If you're trading on the mobile, that I would say that without putting stop loss and take profit target, it's not a good idea to open a trade, because anytime, especially during the news time. Yeah, please. Yeah, I'll look at it. GJ, hey, UDCat. Thank you, coach, for fearing logic. It's my biggest challenge in trading, Martin. Yeah, I understand, Martin. I understand. Not only yours. It's the biggest challenge for everyone, even for me also, because that our brain fears what we can do. But the best way to overcome it, as I mentioned, that is to give yourself some time. Okay, allow yourself, accept yourself that it's okay to be when you say that it's okay to be fear, also it subsides. It's the way it is. It's a paradoxical. Anything you wanna overcome in your life, you first need to accept it. Anything, that some people, for some, I saw that it becomes very difficult to, let's say, to get rich, or to, let's say, someone is living in a 1-bedroom house, for example, okay, and probably he or she is not happy with that 1-bedroom house. You want to go to the 5-bedroom house or 3-bedroom house. Now why people most of the time stuck in that 1-bedroom house is because we clearly know exactly what we don't want, and very few people knows exactly what they want. So what happens is that our everything we create based on our attention. What you will pay attention will grow. So let's say if anyone knows very clearly what he or she doesn't want, he or she will end up getting it more and more. For example, if someone is not happy with a 1-bedroom house, and then constantly thinking about that, I'm not happy with 1-bedroom house, this is a very small house, I don't like it, then he or she will end up getting more and more 1-bedroom house. The reason is what we pay attention will grow. So what you not wanting, you end up getting it. Instead, what we need to do is accept the fact that I have 1-bedroom house. That's great house, right? That's a big house, 1 bedroom, some people even living in the street. So that's how first one need to accept the fact that 1-bedroom house is okay. First you need to accept it. Once you accept it, you transcend it, and then you think of, okay, I have 1-bedroom house, now I can go back to the 5-bedroom house, how can I go that? And then you start to think about it, and it will come to you. That's how everything works. So in terms of fear also, in the same way, if you, let's say, anyone, first accept that it's okay to be fear. Because if you say that, okay, why am I fearing in trading, and now I'm getting losing trade, or I'm closing a lot of trades, so it will not go away, because you are thinking about the fear. accept it that everyone has that fear, and it's okay, and you'll see that it will subside, and then it will, it will gradually reduce. This is how everything works. Okay, so let me look at good morning from Iraq. Thank you very much. Can you buy US30 now? Let me look at. Okay, so with that fact, we started our analysis with gold. Now for me, the way it is forming, guys, price action on gold, it is still bearish. Okay, we see a candle close coming up. Let me look at all of them to see how it works, then we will jump on this one here. Okay, one of you asked for AUD CAD, USD CAD. Okay, I'll look at all of them. GJ. So first of all, looking at GJ. Now GJ, for me, we saw that there was a big move happen on GJ yesterday. We got stopped out the trade that we have opened in the live. Now what I see that GJ, the price highly likely that will revisit that zone. Okay, if I look at daily, now for me, I think that GJ will have a little drop to the downside. Okay, for me, I will be really happy to buy again GJ is when the price will be on the daily 20 period moving average. Okay, this is a very probability, but from the 4-hour perspective, we have seen a very strong rejection from here with a pin bar. For me, what I think that the price might come down a little bit further, and then probably will give us another long wick candle. Okay, so even if I see, let's say, a higher low with this 4-hour candle on Gbpusd, I will be going long with Gbpusd. Gbpusd for me is preparing for a bullish move, because if you look at the weekly chart on Gbpusd, this is a very good zone for potential bullish setup. This is the weekly support on Gbpusd, where there is the weekly and opening and closing. If the price managed to come back down, which is highly likely to happen, is a very good place for potential buying opportunity, because what I think that Gbpusd will come down here and will have another bounce and will continue to go up. So if I look at the daily, you can see that from that support zone, Gbpusd has a big bounce to the upside. Okay, so from the 4-hour, you can see that the price already penetrated that level of support. Okay, see this dotted line is also encompassing this 4-hour candle. Now I will be going long with all the traders in here. What I think that you see that this is the weekly support zone, and coming to that support is always an opportunity to go long, because this market is now established bullish trend. Okay, coming to the weekly support can give us a potential bullish setup, and from the daily we see that there's a clean rejection. The price already has come here, created this retracement of this move. So daily, this is an impulse on the daily, this is a correction, tested the previous resistance zone here as a support on the daily. Now what I think that GJ in fact might create a bigger move to the upside. So to take that move, for me, from the 4-hour perspective, this liquidity zone is a very important level for Gbpusd to go long with. So I need to see these prices coming here. From this support, we can open long position on Gbpusd, keeping a stop loss below all this low. Take profit 3-to-1 reward to risk ratio on this one can be a good trading opportunity on Gbpusd. Gold, please absolutely look at it. HA Gbpusd, thank you. Isabella, what's your advantage trading currency versus trading stocks? Isabella, there is an enormous advantage of trading currency versus trading stocks. So now sometime that I want to help traders to learn trading, but just because you asked this question, let me show you something. See, this morning, just in a small trade in my scalping, This is what I gain in just in the morning in working less than an hour. So this is the advantage of trading, Forex than of trading currency, because trading currency has a huge volatility. It's a freedom, okay? And trading Forex is basically it has volatility, and you can trade both way, buying and selling, and that's the biggest beauty of trading Forex. This is my best approach, and I love trading Forex, and I will be on it for the rest of my life. I'm born as a trader. I love trading, and I will help trading traders. I'll be on it. Okay, there are something that that everyone is special in something. Okay, every one of you has come here is a good trader. Now, how do you know that in fact how special you are in something? See, if you try to understand, it's very easy. Let's say you are in a house, right? In a house, you see that there is a spoon, okay? There is a chair, there is a knife, there is a TV, okay? Every item in a house plays a different role, right? Let's say if you take a spoon and try to cut the vegetable, you can't do it, right? Because spoon is created to probably to taste something using that spoon or eating, but knife is created to cut the vegetable. So similarly, every one of us have a different shape, but we are good at something. And the way if you are very curious about yourself, that what you are, how you can be a good trader, I would say that I'll recommend you to, some of you love reading, right? If you really love reading, then I will recommend you to read the mythology. Okay, go to the Greek mythology or any kind of ancient mythology, then you will understand how to become a trader. Okay, because in fact everything fundamental comes from that place of our primordial action. Okay, so this is where you can find who you are, how you can become a better trader. So this is, if you really curious about trading, then find out what a trader is, how a trader is based on the mythological perspective, because this is where if you go to the mythology is where the fundamental primordial archetype comes in place when you become a trader. Okay, so this is a very deep things, but this is where the talent will come out from you when you understand it, understand your own talent, own gift within you. So this one is with GJ, as I mentioned, that I want to see this market coming down, and then we can find a bullish trading opportunity. So for gold as well, what I think that I need to see, this one is going to the 20 EMA, then we can find that pattern. So language good or bad, market is more open, can trade under later. Okay, what is the best session to trade? Okay, so the best session to trade for me, I love trading London and New York session. These two are the best session because there's a lot of volume and volatility, but yeah, in Asian session also you can trade. Good day, sir, can you explain the reason you sell gold? Okay, so Shadi, very good question. If I look, I think in the beginning also we discussed, so basically this is the daily chart on gold, and you can see that it is in fact a clean downtrend. Okay, there is an impulse on the daily followed by a correction, and then what we see that this is a channel that dropping gold. It's a long-term downtrend, so always trading with the trend is always a good idea. This is the daily. If I look at the further lower time frame on the 4 hour, we see that the price basically creating series of lower high and moving along this 4-hour 20 EMA, and then we see that this market preparing for another drop because the trend is down, the price action is bearish, and you can see a couple of bearish engulfer, back to back 2 bearish engulfer that has significant liquidity grab in it. So if gold reach this zone around 1830, can be a good place for opening sell position for potential drop on gold. So we see that basically yeah, that's what I think, that we got most of the idea that how the market might move. And in the meantime, guys and girls, as soon as I will find any trading opportunity, in the meantime I will definitely open position, and also I'll send it to the students who are trading with us. So if you want to be with us, learn our strategies and also trade with us, you can find a link in the description area. You can visit us, join us to become an independent, professional, profitable trader. So spot marks, hello, greeting from Gambia. Yeah, thank you very much for coming here. So with that said, guys and girls, I see that basically most of the pairs slowly moving. It's the last day of trading, and I still remain bearish on gold, and I will again come on live on New York session to trade this news coming up. Guys, make sure you stay alert and give a big thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So with that said, I'm gonna end this session. Let me know if I'll take 1 more minutes before ending this session, because every day I end the session and after closing everything I see some question has not been answered, then I feel bad that okay, I didn't answer some of the question. My subscriber asked this question but I couldn't answer. So let me know in the chat the last thing, that before I finish, if I'm missing anything that you didn't cover. Where do you think DXY would go? Okay, so for DXY, what I think that I think the beginning we just, so this is the line that I draw. I think the DXY likely to be heading to 105.34 at least. So which is the reason, let me tell you why I thought that way. If you look at this movement on DXY on the monthly, place your Fibonacci from starting of the move to the end of the move. Firstly, there is still 38.2% Fibonacci level has not been tested. Secondly, this is the zone where this is the monthly candles low, support, turning resistance. If you look at weekly, you can see that that level is in fact a very important previous support, turning resistance. From the daily DXY, this is the half of this bearish engulfer. There's a wick here, and I think that, and you can see this is the daily chart, support, turning resistance, and I think DXY highly likely to be visiting in that zone. New York session news, gold direction. What I think that until New York session we might see little bit of bullish or sideways. What I think that afterwards we might see another drop on gold, highly likely, because gold on the weekly, if I look at the gold on the weekly, it is still bearish, and I think that I strongly believe that gold will come to 1800 or below 1800 level this week or plus next week. So for me, there is no chance for bullish. I will be only bearish on gold. Yes, Ishita, absolutely. We recommend a regulated broker, Ever Trade. They are regulated by SEC, FCA, and many other jurisdictions globally. So for them, you can use our link in the description area. They are regulated means that your capital will be in a safe and trusted hand. They are no commission broker. You can use the link in the description area, or let me give you the link in this chat. Okay, you can find a link in the description or in our free Telegram channel. There is a link for them. With that said, I'm gonna end this session, guys and girls. Thank you very much for being here. Make sure you join the New York session live also. If we find any trade, we will be opening, and also learn proper risk management before you open a trade. Thank you. I'll see you